Hello everyone, welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today we are watching Darth Black Cat in his New Mexico Tier 6 US battleship. He is on the map Neighbors in a standard battle. Now it's a Tier 7 battle and there are quite a few Tier 7s around. There are no carriers, but there are lots of destroyers. There are 5 friendly destroyers and 4 enemy ones, so probably be a lot of videos around. Now I have got this replay from warreplays.com, and as always I'll put a link in the video description. Now we can see here the main firing range in this New Mexico is 17.3 kilometers. Means the player is using the module to increase the range of the main battery guns. It's a very useful module on US battleships. Now here in the beginning of the game it would seem that a majority of the team goes south. We have some destroyers scouting over here on the right side and a few destroyers who are going more in a central position, so that's already looking good. I mean, with 5 destroyers the chances that they are spreading out are pretty big, and so far this looks good. So they hopefully get a lot of information on the enemies and prevent the enemy destroyers from sneaking up on the friendly team. Now here in this, well, it's northern area, there are a lot of small islands, so probably not the best place for bigger ships to go, and an ideal territory for destroyers, so we can also see a lot of the friendly destroyers there. I'd love if a friendly destroyer here just goes south and scout around here, but at least they're getting shirts over there. And from what we see from the enemies, it would seem that there are quite a few enemies who probably meet the friendly fleet who is pushing south, and not so many ships that are pointing north, so I guess this area will be most likely avoided by most non-destroyers. Maybe a few cruisers are there to support their destroyers. Now this Pensacola is unfortunately very well angled, but still some pretty decent hits, and 5 shells hit, even though this user was not showing much area to shoot at. So I guess already a great start. Now the Pensacola is, I guess, trying to maneuver, hopefully avoid something like that, but you know, now he is actually showing broadside, and I guess this salvo could, oh, it could completely miss. Also a possibility.
The ship is on fire.
Oh, I like that Darth Black Cat is taking a more direct route here. He is still behind his friendly destroyers, who should keep the enemy destroyers at bay. Wheels shouldn't be that much of a problem. He has here battleship support. He is also just an enemy cruiser, which is pretty nice. If those battleships would drive around here at the back of the island, I'd like it that much. Now there is a Congo driving broadside on, who is, well, getting punished, I guess. 5 Citadel hits. So, yeah. Don't show your broadside. Now this poor Congo wasn't probably a stock Congo. He was missing the power and the more iconic Congo look. There you can see the warship sink. Hey, there are even more ships showing broadside. Now it seems that Staff Black Cat is retreating a safer route. I'd still have, I guess, pushed more aggressively because he had backup, but isn't that top tier ship and he was getting shot at by quite a few enemies, so he decided to fall back and wait for more of his team to arrive. And right now he realized something else, that there is nobody defending the base. So that's why he is turning around now and not pushing further into the enemies. There is still a strong push here from the friendly team. They outnumber the enemies, but there is only one destroyer here in the north, and there is, well, the base is just wide open. Oh, it would be nice to have maybe a cruiser as well defending, but if this destroyer is probably coming back, so they have eyes, they have help spotting the enemy destroyers, because as a battleship you don't want to fight a destroyer who might just stay out of spotting range and hunt you down with torpedoes. Now this destroyer is rather low on health, and there he goes. So that's one potential threat dealt with, but you can also see there is a cruiser coming here, and there might be a lot more ships. I mean, I see quite a few enemies spotted, but not everybody is accounted for. And now it looks like our Black Cat and 2 destroyers are the defense force, and the rest of the team just continues to push. I mean, you don't know how many ships are trying to go for your cap, you don't want to overreact. I guess this push is still strong enough to go in further, I guess. And, well, we know there are at least 2 cruisers coming for the cap. Wouldn't be surprised if they have backup from some destroyers.
The ship is on fire.
Fortunately, this cruiser is not showing broadside yet, but he kind of has to turn because there's an island in the way. So Daft Black Cat was holding his fire, waiting for his opportunity, and well, that was disappointing. But sometimes you just have bad luck, I guess, with your dispersion. Now it would seem the enemy destroyer was able to launch a torpedo salvo, but only 1 hit. And I guess this destroyer is now done for. There is another battleship who has turned around and is coming back to defend, which makes this push considerably weaker, but it looks like it's still a somewhat fair fight down there. And both teams have the same amount of ships left. They have almost the same amount of points, so still a pretty even game. Now we do know that there are 2 cruisers here in the north. We know there are 3 ships down here. There is, I think, 1 destroyer who is still unaccounted for, and it's probably somewhere around here, I guess. Now we got some hits on the Miyoko. Unfortunately, not the big citadels he was probably hoping for.
The ship is on fire.
Taking out one of those cruisers would go a long way in securing this flank. You can see shells flying over here, so that's probably the 2nd cruiser that's hiding behind this island. And there is the 2nd cruiser. Now he got a few decent hits on the Miyoko. Both cruisers are rather low, and both are somewhat showing broadside, so Let's hope the next salvo can connect. The enemy is... I think he's... Oh, I thought he was turning away. Yeah, unfortunately those shots missed.
The ship is on fire.
Now he has one fire on his ship. He could get rid of the fire, but oftentimes fighting against like 2 cruisers you wanna wait until you have like 2 fires. And yep, as soon as he has 2 fires he immediately repairs them. If you get rid of the first fire too fast, you'll just get set on fire again, I guess, and yep. There goes an enemy cruiser. Now he got set on fire again. Was probably inevitable, but he can use his repair and still rather healthy. His cruiser is slowly driving backwards and looks like Wadav here has run into an island, but it does not matter. So that's another cruiser dealt with. And we can see here's a destroyer. So might be some torpedoes incoming. Now, meanwhile, the push down here in the south has failed. There is a cruiser retreating and
Torpedoes astern.
torpedoes, yeah.
Torpedoes below the waterline.
Well, only one hit. And the repair is almost ready again, so you can get rid of this flooding. Okay, so there is still a destroyer down here who is probably trying to hunt down enemy battleships. There is a destroyer and a cruiser coming here helping against the enemy destroyer. If they can deal with this enemy, would be a great step towards victory, I think.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Well, there are some more torpedoes incoming, but by now our Black Cat has managed to get out of this position, and yeah, the friendly destroyer is here to help. The cruiser is coming to help, and with the 3 of them they should have no trouble dealing with a lone destroyer. The enemy battleships, I guess, probably in firing distance pretty soon. And hey, destroyer is dealt with.
Torpedoes direct front. Fire on the enemy warship.
There are still some torpedoes incoming, but after he dodges them, he should be fine. Now there is another destroyer alive, and currently I have no idea of where that guy is. But we can see the Nagato, who is almost in firing range. So he is now angling his ship towards the incoming enemy, probably slowly floating in that direction. The destroyer down here is hopefully still harassing those enemies with torpedoes, and the friendly destroyer is now driving in front and can hopefully spot the enemy destroyer. So far here, pretty decent teamwork here from Dav's team. Now the Nagato is in range, but is not really a great target. Currently he is very well angled. But I think Dav wasn't shooting because he was typing something in chat with the team. And there you go, the whole enemy team is spotted. Now the most important target right now is probably that destroyer. And there are most likely torpedoes in the water, and they are most likely aimed at Daft Black Cat because he is a slow-fed battleship. Now thankfully the Nagato is kind enough to show his broadside, so hopefully he can get 2 nice hits. And there are the torpedoes coming. This does not look good. Ooh, very nice dodge. Now hopefully he can get a good salvo at this enemy Nagato. He is very low at health at this point. He is out of heals. And he will probably die pretty soon. There he goes. But managed to get a high caliber and 2 citadel hits. While dying, the team finished off the battleship, so it's 3 against 2 now. And you can see the beautiful sinking animations we have. Now this is still a pretty close game. They can take out the destroyer. The friendly destroyers can probably hunt down the battleship. So thankfully the enemy destroyer is not hiding in the smoke cloud here. Seems like he's just charging forward into the fire of the those 3 ships. 2 ships now. So the cruiser is gone, only the 2 friendly destroyers are left. But they should be able to deal with Tatsuharu. Come on. They almost got him. $300 hit points. You can do it, guys. Yeah, there are some torpedoes incoming, but they are easily avoided. And the enemy battleship is now hiding in the smoke. Need like 1 hit. There you go. So that's dealt with. Only the battleship is left. Now at this point the 2 destroyers could, I mean it's 130 left. If they stay alive, they... Or if they kill the Colorado. Now that's a very dangerous maneuver here. This Mutsuki is pretty close to that battleship. He is under fire from the secondary gun batteries. And well, now it depends. Can the Colorado dodge the torpedoes or not? Well, doesn't look like he dodged that one. And I think the next torpedo will end the game. Now let's take a look at the results. Daft Black Cat managed to get 2126 base experience, 5 kills, and certainly very well played by him. He started off supporting the friendly push and then turned around when he saw that there was a need to defend. And yeah, the team successfully managed to defend. They continued the push. It was a pretty close game in the end, and I think there was some nice team play when they defended the cap. So yeah, a pretty nice game overall. Arf managed to get 9 citadel hills and 141,000 damage overall. So I hope you enjoyed that game, and I'll see you guys next time.